Where are we?
Dude, what is that smell?
I don't like this. Why are you chained up? Ooh, this is kind of kinky.
Hello, Mark and Michelle. I want to play a game.
Oh, fuck, marry, kill.
Never have I ever?
7 minutes in heaven.
Oh, no.
Wait. Is this our new intro?
Ooh, fancy.
You thought the game was over, but it's only just begun.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Boo You Whore. My name is Mark.
And my name is Michelle.
And we are doing one for the mamas today. That's right. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. This one is 2019's Ma, starring Octavia Spencer, Diana Silvers, Juliette Lewis, Luke Evans, Corey Fogelmanis, Missy Pyle, and Allison Janney. And it's directed by Tate Taylor. Might as well get into this 90-second recap because I want to get right into it. And it looks like you're starting first, Michelle.
That is fine because I can talk about this movie all day long.
Good, love it.
I can do the whole 90 seconds, but I'm not gonna. Alrighty, so this new girl in town, Maggie, her and her mom just moved there. It's a small kind of town. She's starting school. Right away, she catches the attention of the popular kids for some reason. And so she's like, no, me and my mom are going to a music festival. But then the mom bails. So she goes to hang out with the friends. And they're like, hey, let's get some liquor. Let's, get someone older to buy us alcohol. So they go to the liquor store and they come across Ma, aka Octavia Spencer, and they ask her. She's a nice woman. And she surprisingly does it for them. So she buys them all this alcohol. And then they realize that they've kind of made a friend out of her and that they can kind of use her to keep buying them alcohol week after week. But really, they just drive around in a van and drink, and that's not safe.
So Ma's like, come on over to my house. You can drink in my basement. It's safer that way. And then she starts getting really clingy and she keeps messaging them. And she's like, hey, I have kegs. I have beer pong tables. Come and party with me, please. And then she's stealing the jewelry. She's stealing all the girls' jewelry. And the girls go try to look for the jewelry at Ma's house while she's gone. And she has a daughter. Ma's is gypsy rosing this little girl. And then she, and then they leave. And then Ma is obsessed with, one of the main guy's dads. And then, she gets revenge on all of her bullies. And then,
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It was too much. There was too much to cover. Let's get into the whole backstory. The whole reason Ma is kind of seeking revenge on all of these kids and their parents because their parents are her bullies when they went to high school together because Luke Evans' character.
That's the dad, right?
Yeah, that's the dad. And Missy Pyle's character, Mercedes.
Ew, I hate Mercedes.
Yes, so they trick her into performing oral sex on a random dude, but she thinks it's Luke Evans in a dark janitor's closet.
Well, and I'm sure they did a million other things to be mean to her as well, because they're terrible people.
Yeah. So when Ma sees everyone, she notices the name on the van, and she knows it's Luke Evans' son.
Which you don't know the first time you see that, because it shows the name, but you're just thinking like, whatever. Yeah. But once you see the movie and then go back, you notice it.
Definitely.
Okay, so hold up. Is Luke Evans like not a country singer? Like, isn't that a country singer? Am I thinking Luke Bryan?
Probably. I have no idea. I'm not much of a countryman.
I'm not either, obviously. But this Luke Evans guy, he is definitely the Wish version of Brian Austin Green.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, Mark.
No, Luke Evans is Luke Evans, man. He's Gaston.
Stabbed in my heart.
He's Dracula.
No. Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Brian Austin Green was like the heartthrob of the 90s. That's probably why you don't know, because you're a boy. But
what was he in?
So he dated Tiffany Amber Thiessen for a long time. He was David Silver.
Who are these people? Tiffany
Mark, you don't know who Tiffany Amber Thiessen is?
No. Who?
That's Kelly from Saved by the Bell.
Nah, I don't know. I feel like I was... You, again, you had older siblings, so you were watching Saved by the Bell. I wasn't watching Saved by the Bell. That's more...
You weren't?
No. When would I have had the time as a 5-year-old to watch Saved by the Bell?
It was on. I watched it before school with my Lucky Charms every morning because it was so funny.
Oh, hell no. I wasn't getting up early for school. No. I like Luke Evans. He's very fun. He's
great actor.
Yes. This whole cast is filled.
Oh my God, Farkle. Farkle is in it.
Who's Farkle?
Farkle Minkus from Girl Meets World, who plays Minkus's son.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch Girl Meets World.
Oh, it was so good.
I wish they picked up Lizzie McGuire. That was supposed to be a whole
Yeah.
reboot. It sounded awesome.
Yeah, like they were going to have like real adult situations and Disney didn't like that. And I'm like, why? Because all of us that are going to watch it are adults now.
Exactly. No, that doesn't exist. Adult situations.
There's no 5-year-olds watching the new Lizzie McGuire when she's 35.
Who's gonna come in and run into a bowl of pudding? What's gonna happen then? No one does that, Disney.
No one. I'm mad at Disney and Nickelodeon right now because I watched Quiet on Set and now my childhood is ruined.
Oh, yeah, I watched that too. That's pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy.
Oof.
All I know is my favorite character was introduced right in the beginning. Juliette Lewis's coworker, Stu. I want to be his best friend.
Stu, hello. I had a very
I'm Stu.
I'm Stu.
You are Erica. I am Stu. We are now co-workers.
He is in so many things.
Is he?
Yes, he's in so many things. He plays like bit parts like that a lot. He's one of the Russian mob guys in Santa Clarita Diet. He you saw Dahmer on Netflix?
Yes.
He plays John Wayne Gacy.
Oh.
Yeah, he has a bunch of parts like that. Yeah.
What's funny is it's like he has a bunch of parts like that, which I feel Octavia Spencer had a bunch of parts like that before she made it big.
Oh, for sure, she did. Remember Dinner with Schmucks, where she was like a
Yes.
little sidekick?
And she's like the admin assistant in Never Been Kissed. And she's like, that thing. Is that what you're calling it these days?
She gets fucked up in Halloween 2, the beginning. And it's the Rob Zombie's version. Yeah.
Oh, Octavia.
That's the only fun part about Rob Zombie's version. Halloween 2. I like the first one. Part 2 is just a little...
It was bad.
Okay. And they had the little pony and shit. I was like, God, we don't need the pony. This is all fine without the pony. This pony ain't scaring nobody. Come on now.
I remember I saw that movie in theaters, Halloween 2, and like halfway through, I told I felt bad that my mom went with me to see it. I was like, do you want to go? I can like watch this later when it comes to Blockbuster.
I really liked the first one. I thought the first one
did too.
We'll get to that one eventually.
Let's talk about the wonderful Octavia Spencer, because I know we both like just love her to death.
She's so great, and she seems so sweet in all her interviews and everything. She doesn't seem like any of her characters she plays in her interviews. She just seems so like nice and calm, just like a nice lady. She doesn't even seem like she's like a comedian either. She just seems like nice, just like a nice lady.
Okay, Mark, you're gonna like be like, what the hell, Michelle? But I have to say it. Not the whole movie. The first half of Ma, she reminds me of your mom.
Aw. When she's nice?
She does, because she's like cool, and like your mom was just always so nice and like welcoming. And I feel like if I was like, will you buy us alcohol? She'd be like, I used to have fun drinking with my friends. Okay.
I don't think she would, but that's nice.
I don't know.
Like Amy Poehler and Mean Girls.
There are no rules in this house. I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
Yes, exactly. But I don't know. Ma just kind of reminded me of your mom. Not the crazy part, although I'm sure your mom could get crunk if she were,
Oh,
you know.
she definitely could. She definitely could.
Did I just say get crunk? I totally just aged myself.
You did. Is Little John back there hanging?
Lil John, he's coming to town soon.
Of course he is. Midland's just now getting Little John, everybody. Midland, Texas. Just now getting Little John.
It's like probably like a fundraiser where you have to pay $1,200 for a table or whatever.
And I'm just like, you know Little John doesn't like sing, right? Does he having guests? Musical guests with
He just
him?
goes, yeah.
Exactly. Like, what is he gonna? Is he a night with Little John, like poetry, slam poetry? What's he doing? Is he just gonna be talking? Because he's a very normal guy too. I don't know if you've ever seen like the Chappelle Show sketch. He's like, what? What?
Now, do you do any recreational drugs?
What?
Do any recreational drugs?
That depends, Doctor. What do you define as drugs?
Medication.
No,
Cocaine?
absolutely not.
Marijuana?
Yeah! What?
Well, you know, this is a big show in Midland, so Usher might show up.
Okay.
Okay, so I need to know your thoughts about Maggie.
Maggie. I like Maggie.
But Haley, okay, Haley was hella hella annoying. And I don't think Maggie would have been friends with her. I guess she was just desperate because she was new.
You really didn't like these kids. I didn't think they were bad at all. I think they were pretty chill kids.
I liked Maggie. I liked Maggie and I liked Andy and I liked Darrell because he was the only smart one out of any of them who were like,
He
no,
was.
we shouldn't go to this woman's basement. We don't
Exactly.
know her. I was like, listen to Darrell.
Yes. I would say at least Haley was kind of like, okay, you're being a little weird. You know, everyone else was like trying not to hurt her feelings, but she was like, okay, she's kind of crazy over here.
Yeah, and look what happened. Like, Ma went even crazier because of Haley.
That's true. She put her on blast like
So
that.
let me ask you this, Mark, because obviously Ma did it because she's crazy. If you were going to a liquor store, you were just walking by one, and there was a kid outside that was like, hey, will you go buy this for us? Would you do it?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either because I'm like, why would I risk getting in trouble?
And police stings love to do that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I wouldn't either.
No hablo inglés.
Then what if they asked you in Spanish?
No hablo Spanish.
Yo quiero cerveza.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. We can't have what we want all the time, can we?
So you know how she comes and knocks on their window and she's like, I have your change. Like,
I'm not so kind of thug. Yeah.
dude, I got triggered.
Why?
Because I hate when people knock on my car window to like get my attention. It's just because when someone knocks on your window, it's gonna make you jump. Like, because you're not expecting that. It did make me jump in the movie, and then I just got mad because a woman just did this to me like a week ago.
Oh no, a random woman?
It was a random woman. I had pulled into Mark's office building. I was in a parking spot. I was only going to be there for like 5 minutes dropping something off. And then she walks up, knocks on the window and hands me her business card. And she's like, this is my parking spot. And the whole parking lot is empty. The whole parking lot. And obviously my car was running. I'm sitting there. I'm not staying there a long time. And I understand if there's nowhere else. She was like, yes, this is my name. And I'm like, I see like 10 spots with your name on it. So chill out, lady. But it bugged me that she knocked on my window, Mark.
The tude that she'd
Yes.
get. No. Anywho, we'll see. We're getting off topic. We're getting heated.
Yeah, we are.
We're getting heated.
We're getting heated.
Everyone leave us alone. Don't knock on her window. Don't knock on her door. Don't ring her doorbells. Text. That's like
Text.
And that's all I'm going to accept is text.
Don't even call me.
Do not call me. Unless you call me if my favorite celebrity is right next to you. You're like, I have to.
Yes.
I have. If something like that. Or if someone's dying. But
Yep.
it has to be someone I love.
But here's the thing. I didn't hate the kids. I didn't. I just thought they were very dumb. Like, I feel like you and I in high school would have been able to recognize, like, this woman is weird and it is inappropriate for her to have us come over to her house, like, to drink.
Right after she held the other guy at gunpoint, their friend, and made him strip. Like, after that, like, I guess when you're that young, you'd be like, whoa, what a fucking crazy joke. But I'd be like, I'm never coming here again. This bitch is crazy.
I had the exact same thought. I was like, they would not like laugh after that, especially now. Like kids now, I could see like people trying to be polite like 20 years ago, like, haha, and then never going back again. But they were just like, haha, that was funny. Yay, ma. What?
Yeah.
What?
They just wanted to drink and party. Which is funny. It's just like, I was in high school and I drank every once in a while. And it was never like, all right after school, we're going to go and drink all these bottles of liquor and then go home drunk and do this every day. No.
But I will say, I think there are a lot of ma's in our hometown, like people who will hang out with high school kids just to feel cool because they're the cool older one.
People just have that weird personality. They just like to cling on to their youth, even when they don't. Like some people, like in Ma's situation, didn't have that popularity. It's like, oh, maybe I can find it now that I'm an adult. People aren't going to be rude to me now. And then, or they were popular back in the day and then are trying to cling on to that popularity.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel sorry for any of these people except for one, and I actually feel very, very sorry for Sue Ann.
I do. I mean, yeah, the whole reason that she became kind of like psychotic is fucked up. Yeah, that's really crazy. And I love the part when she kills Luke Evans. He's like, I was just a kid. And she was like,
So was I.
so was I, motherfucker.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I loved when she killed Mercedes. That kill was just like, oh,
that
God.
was so good. Mercedes is running, and then Ma in her truck runs her over.
Boom.
And she goes, fucking cunt. And then she turns on her radio. Do you remember? It's so good.
I love how she just does that little like swerve, like and
It
then
was
it's
so
like
good. I know. And Missy Pyle, who is Mercedes, I'm sure you
Yes.
recognize her in so many
Oh, yeah.
things. I love Missy Pyle. One of my favorite Missy Pyle things is her character in Bringing Down the House. She plays like the racist lady.
Oh, I hated her in this movie. Especially the part I hated her the most is when she's telling Juliette Lewis, she's like, do you work here? Oh.
It's so sad. You moved back. It's so sad. And Juliette Lewis, she's such a good actress.
She was a cool mom. She was.
I'm a cool mom.
She was a cool mom. It's just like, it was so natural, you know?
Yeah.
It seemed like she really was like this person's mom, like Maggie's mom. And she's just a really good actress. Everyone is.
So was Juliette Lewis one of the girls who bullied Sue Ann in high school? Because they had that one actress that had her hair fixed the same way.
Yeah, that was supposed to be Juliette Lewis's character back in high school.
Okay.
Like you see her in those younger years, like turning away or like scoffing at them.
So like she just didn't do anything about it.
She just didn't do anything about it.
Got it. Well, yeah, I remember the first time I saw this movie, I was really sad for Sue Ann just because I felt like, you know, she's in this job where she gets crapped on. She's in this town where she's been crapped on her whole life. And I don't know, like, do you think Sue Ann really wanted to be friends with these kids and be a part of the group? Or do you think the whole thing was an act to ultimately get her epic revenge? Like, do you think she was just acting, or do you think she really did want to be their friends?
That's a really good question. I think it was a little bit of both. She was enjoying the attention. I think she was seeing it in the way of these are basically clones of the friends.
Like a redo.
Exactly, like a redo. That's why she wanted to do the pictures at the end and pose with the, you know, most popular and we're cutest couple. And she was basically in love with Andy. She even says, you smell good just like your daddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that line is uncomfortable, man.
Luke Evans's kill is crazy though. Like I love that kill. So he ends up at her house because he put a tracker on his son's car and I guess she found it. And basically under the guise of going on a date at a bar.
Which I felt so bad for her again because that's him doing the exact same thing he did in high school. I'm about to throw this pen through my screen because I'm so mad at him.
I know. It makes sense to why it fucks with her mentally. And then so.
And she like got an outfit and like did her makeup and hair. I just feel terrible for her.
But before that, she fucking injected her daughter with Gypsy Rose shit. And
I mean,
she was being a bitch to her daughter the whole time before these kids showed up. Like she was killing her daughter. I think that's what's helping us not feel so bad for her. Like we as the audience like that she's getting revenge on her bullies because why not? That's great. And they're still shitty people. Then you're like, oh, she's a cool character. Leave her alone. But she still is fucking with her daughter. Like, and her daughter's so sweet.
okay, that kind of might address my biggest. Okay, I'm going to stand alone on this island, but I don't care. I'm going to say it. I feel the whole storyline with Jeannie and the daughter and the Munchausen by proxy, I don't think any of that needed to be in the movie. I don't think she needed a daughter. I think it added too much. And it was like the plot was trying to do too many things. And I think it would have been more sad if she was alone. She's like 40 years old and is alone. Mm-hmm. And I just think the daughter added way too much messiness to the plot.
Yeah, I understand. It was definitely a curveball when she's introduced. We see her at the beginning and then we forget about her until she like shows up when they're in her house looking for their jewelry. And I think this is the reason why. Maybe it's not. Maybe the writer was thinking something else, but there's definitely a lot of Misery homages in this. Like Sue Ann basically is Kathy Bates' character. She's kind of like, she's in her little neon nurse outfit most of the time, and Kathy Bates was a nurse. And the kitties, did you move these kitties down here? That's what Kathy Bates does, her little piggy.
Well, you know what I thought when she said, did you move these kitties? I was like, have you seen the cats?
Have you seen the cats? I did too. I said that.
Have you seen the cats yet?
Can that be our Boo You Horror shirt? Have you seen the cats? That's our Boo You Horror t-shirt. that I'm making.
But yes, in the movie Misery, when James Caan leaves, that's how Kathy Bates notices it, because the little penguin is like turned.
Never even put that together.
Yeah, so that's like a little homage to Misery. So maybe that was part of it too. She kept a prisoner. You know, she was basically a prisoner. She didn't want to go to school. And she was even saying the doctors can't quite see it yet. So basically they're going to the doctors, and they're telling her nothing's wrong with her.
But see, that's the thing, is it's a weird swerve to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think we needed Jeannie. I don't think we needed that storyline. What's really weird is usually like Munchausen by proxy, it's to get attention and like get things bought for you. And like they're addicted to that attention they get from having a sick child. So it's kind of weird that she hides her, but I think she's trying to protect her from being bullied the way she was.
There may be that, but I was thinking maybe, because we do see her at school in the wheelchair. So maybe once she starts having this relationship with these kids, she doesn't really need her daughter. That's why she's kind of like putting her to the side.
Or maybe she doesn't want the daughter to like catch on and talk to the kids, because the daughter has no idea who's coming to the basement.
Yeah, for sure. That too. Yeah. So yeah, that could be.
No, in my discussion questions, I actually put, did Ma kill her husband?
Yeah, I think she
Do you think she did? I kind of think she did.
Yeah, for sure. With that gun that she had in there.
You're right. You are so right.
Why else would she have that gun? Exactly.
So when she kills Luke Bryan, is that his name?
Luke
No.
Bryan.
No, that's the country singer. Dang it. Luke
Evans.
Evans. I don't know his name. She flops the towel. And does he not have a really big flaccid pee-pee? Like, I was like, oh God, that thing is like, hello. Because she like picks it up and puts her whole hand around it. And it's like a girthy thing and lifts it up. She's like, oh, look at this. And I was like, whoa.
What kind of question is that? Does he not have a big flaccid pee-pee? Sure.
He did. No. I thought it was ridiculously like comically large, and so I went on Reddit and people agreed with me. I'm not alone on this.
Well, yes, I'm sure it's a fake penis, and
Well, duh, it's fake.
I'm sure he gets to choose, and if you get to choose, you're not going to choose a small one.
That's true. That's true. But no, that death was great, but I think Mercedes' death is my favorite because it was just unexpected. It was just
yeah, that was my favorite too. I love Mercedes' death just because of the way she ended it. Fucking cunt. And then just turns on the music. It was just perfect. Do you remember? The soundtrack is so great.
Oh, it's incredible.
DJ, how's it go? DJ. Look out weekend, cause here I come. Because weekend what night for fun. That's so fun.
Okay, so I was gonna say like Octavia Spencer has this great crazy person character, but I feel like the first glimpse you get into those crazy eyes is when she's doing the robot. And she looks creepy as hell.
And that's basically how I dance.
Same.
I do. I'm just like, oh yeah, look at me go, the robot.
Wind it
Here
up.
we go again.
I feel kind of bad that, okay, I take it back. I feel bad for one other person than Sue Ann.
Who?
It was the dog. Because why the hell did she hurt the dog, Mark?
I know. Well, she was getting blood from the dog. That's why the blood bag says Louie. She was getting blood from the dog.
Bro, didn't even catch that.
I don't really know why she injected it. So he wakes up and he is attached to an IV that says Louie, and it's a bag. It's a bag of blood.
Bag of blood.
A bag of blood that says Louie. And then she slits his wrist and then injects him again with something. But I'm like, what was
hell?
Because she calls him a dog.
But she had just come from the vet's office where she killed her boss and stuffed her in a crate. Why don't you use one of the other dolls?
I know there's a whole bunch of other dogs. I mean, maybe she was just trying to fuck with them too, you know. And if you're gonna do some shit like that, don't wear your bright ass scrubs. She saw her. She saw her, and she.
Oh, I know. You see Octavia's pants run by.
You see her little pants just go, and you know that's how they sound too.
Like those wind pants I wore in kindergarten. Yep.
The windbreaker pants. Yeah.
I do have a question. When they go on their date, well, you know, their fake date, Luke Evans and Octavia, when Luke Evans says, "You're gonna make me drink alone," was that like his way of hinting, I know what you're doing? Because her whole thing is, don't make me drink alone. Don't make me drink alone.
Maybe.
Never caught that until this time.
I don't know if he knows exactly what's going on because he doesn't know why his son's over there.
But like, why go through that whole fanfare just to be extra mean? Like, why didn't he just confront her at the vet's office?
Well, because there's witnesses. He basically threatened to kill her if he sees his son there again. So he can't do that there with witnesses.
Yeah. My favorite character in this whole movie, just because I think it's so funny, is the pastor's daughter who's always asleep. Or faking being asleep.
Oh my gosh, she's so goofy. I know.
She is goofy.
I feel like she's the only one that dies. Does she die at the end or do they get her out?
That's what I don't know. I think it's hilarious that she's in the final scene.
I know, me too, because she pretends to be passed out. I'm like, damn.
I don't know. Does she die?
Well, Ma hits her over the head.
That's right.
And knocks her out. And then everyone else gets out, but I don't remember seeing her.
Well, why was she there? Like, they said she wanted the original crew, but it's because she's a hilarious character.
Exactly.
Like, it is so funny.
It's so funny. I do want to talk about the fate of the children. They may not all have been killed, but pretty much like it was fucked up. So Haley's boyfriend gets an iron to the stomach, so she burns his skin off.
Oh, that hurt me.
I know.
It made me suck in my gut.
So she wants to, ruin his beauty kind of a thing. That's what she's talking about. And then she stitches Haley's lips shut because she's
Which I'm fine with that.
I thought it was pretty
She
great.
talks too much. Like, she's just kind of annoying.
And Darrell had the easiest one, thank goodness. She just painted his face white. And I was like, you know what? I would take that too. Like, okay, fine. Whew. At least got out of there because even Andy, he gets stabbed.
Oh, I know.
Andy kissed her too. I'm like, shit, I have to kiss her and I get stabbed now.
You know where Andy messed up? When Andy said, I love you. I was like, no, don't say that, because that's the moment she knew, like, he's lying. But I guess he's a kid and doesn't know better, but he should have just, like, played it cool, man. And she probably wouldn't have caught on because she's crazy, but dumb.
And she's about to kill Maggie with the knife, and then there's a knock at the door. It's the police officer. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's the director, Tate Taylor.
Is it?
I believe so.
That's cool. Okay, so my last discussion question I had, why was Ma stealing the jewelry?
That is a good question. I don't have a good answer for that. Who knows?
Part of me was like, it's obvious why she stole Maggie's, because she wants to kind of be Maggie because she's in love with Andy or whatever. But she stole that random girl's bracelet. And then she stole Haley's ring. Was she like pawning stuff to buy stuff to make the basement cooler, like, or to pay for the alcohol? Because you don't really find out why she was stealing it all.
I feel like when Maggie and Andy are at the mall, after Maggie finds out her earrings are missing, it looks like they're looking at jewelry. Like, so maybe they're in a pawn shop trying to make sure they're not in there.
Oh, I was going to say the jewelry could be like trophies. You know how serial killers always like keep their trophies? And I mean, Ma's not far from being a serial killer, so.
So maybe it's something like, I want to take something valuable from you, like something valuable was taken from me.
So deep. So deep.
I just wanted to like also point out, like at the beginning when they're trying to get people to buy them alcohol, they're all so fucking rude. Ma is the craziest one, and she's the only one that stops and is like, okay, let me listen to what this person's trying to say to me. Everyone else is like, get out of here, buzz off. And they're like pushing them away.
They're just so rude.
They were very rude, but I guess they were all alcoholics just going in there.
Maybe that's why Sue Ann, because people were rude to her whole life, she wanted to give a chance. And then she just noticed that, yeah, I think you're right. I think it was both, because she saw the Hawkins on the van, and I think she really did like the attention, but I think ultimately it was the ultimate revenge plot.
And also, Allison Janney as her boss was great. We love Allison Janney from Hairspray.
Yes.
You will live on a diet of saltines and tang, and you will never leave this room again. Devil child! Devil child!
As Amanda Bynes' mom.
I just watched her in Juno like a week ago.
She's so good. She's so funny.
Okay, first of all, how did Sue Ann still have a job? Because she was terrible at her job.
She was so bad at her job. I know. No wonder Allison Janney was so pissed off. Oh my gosh. So the second time Ma is getting them alcohol, she puts it in her truck, right?
Yes.
And Daryl says, I bet it smells like ass in there too.
I did catch that. And because I was thinking it does. I bet it does.
It's so funny. I bet it smells like ass in there too. Why?
Darrell has some really great one-liners.
And he loves pizza. I don't know if that's like a quirk we're supposed to catch, but he's like, yo, Ma, do you have any pizza rolls? And then when he's leaving drunk, he's like, I just need some pizza.
Okay. What snack would you have had Ma make for you?
Oh my god.
If you showed up to her house, like, what would you want?
Hey Ma, can you hook it up with some pig in a blanket?
Ooh, good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice. I think mine would have been like sour gummy worms. I love that.
Sour gummy worm. That's so random. Like, who would have that?
And pigs in a blanket isn't?
But people could have the ingredients for that. Sour gummy worms? This isn't a 7-Eleven.
Pizza rolls and sour gummy worms are on the same level because it's 5-year-old food because I always have them in my kitchen. Okay, what would you have done if you had like a stage 5 clinger friend? What would you have done if Ma was texting you, blowing up your phone, and you blocked her and she got a new number? Haley just kind of like called her out like, you need a man, and hey, everyone block Ma, she is crazy, blah, blah, blah. Like, what would you have done if you had this level of stalker?
Yeah, if they wouldn't stop, then I would do probably what Haley did. Is like, everyone, this person's being crazy. Leave me alone.
And what if they came back and they were like, I have cancer?
Like, I probably do too. I don't feel 100% all the time.
No one does.
So
would you take the meaner approach of Haley, or would you be like Maggie and Andy and try to ease her down gently? Like,
no, I'm definitely more of a Haley for sure.
Oh, I know.
So why ask me the question? So you could just let everyone know how shitty I can be.
Well, only to people that deserve it. That's the thing, you and me.
Yes, only to annoying as people who are weird, all up in your business, blah
Yes.
blah blah. Yeah, let's just be chill. Let's just hang out, have a nice time, chill out. But don't sniff my underwear or anything like that. Creeper.
Don't hold me at gunpoint and make me get naked in your house. Especially when I'm a minor. And then she's like, you are going to get arrested for being too cute. And I'm like, ew, creepy.
It is so creepy. And everyone's just watching him.
What would you do in that moment? I would have attacked Ma. I think I would
Yeah.
have just tackled her.
Oh, me too. She doesn't look threatening at all. I would have slapped the gun. I don't know. I would see myself just
Yes.
slapping the gun and woo, tackle her down.
Haha.
Everyone, let's run.
So I need Ma too. But what would it be about? What would the story be?
Ma too.
Because we never saw her die.
Exactly. I know that we never saw her die. Yeah, we never see what happens to anybody. We don't know if Andy survived. I mean, he was the only one that was really, I guess, like stabbed in the stomach. So he could die, or there's so much more that could happen, I think. Ma 2 would be fun. What would it be called?
Step Ma.
Step Ma. Mama's Day. Ma's Day. Oh, or if it could just go another way and it'd be a Latina actress, a new one, and it's Madre.
Madre. That'd be scary. She'd have La Chancla. Boo, You Whore is hosted by Mark Gabaldon and Michelle Tate. It is produced and edited by Abby Anderson. And if you want to support the show, rate and review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and find us on all platforms at Boo You Horror Pod. Hey, want to get some pizza tonight?
Hell yeah, I got $9, bitch. Do you mind?
How about you mind your own damn business?
You're making your business my business.
Not today, old lady. Not today.
You bitch.